Right now, banks can't hold crypto on their balance sheet, for goodness sakes. That will change relatively quick.
So, Mike, if that were to happen, what are we talking about here? Meaning, if we're at 100, call it 100,000 now. Once that happens, is that already baked into these prices, or do you say, then it's 200,000?
Well, you know, we're moving in that direction, right? Like, if you think about gold at what's gold, $16 trillion now? I haven't looked recently. Probably close to 16 trillion, right? That's 800,000 Bitcoin. And young people don't like gold. Bitcoin is their gold. Young people live in a digital world. And so as this money goes from baby boomers to younger people, there's a natural progression of out of gold into Bitcoin. And so Bitcoin should catch gold in the next 3 to 5 years, 5 to 10 years. It's hard to make these predictions.
You mean the entire size of the market?
Yes. So that would be 800,000 Bitcoin. And so it's not going to get there overnight. But one of the things that was holding back, not just Bitcoin, but innovation in the whole crypto sector, was a really, really aggressive SEC and U.S. government. And that's all going to change. And so I think don't underestimate. Like, you got to give a shout out to the crypto community who has persevered, right, in small meetups. And then, this is hitting 100,000 is going to be a big deal for that giant group of people that have spent a long time. And remember, this whole experiment got life because of fiscal instability, right? Because governments just kept running larger deficits.
But to that point, if Elon Musk and Vivek Ramaswamy do their job, you would think there'd be less instability.
And I watch this very closely. I mean, the same president who's picking Linda McMahon to run education and Matt Gaetz to run Attorney General might have the 4 of the best candidates to run our economy that I could think of, with Mark Rowland, Scott Bessent, right, Kevin Warsh, and Bill Hagerty. Like, any combination of those guys is the A team, and those guys plus Elon and Vivek, if they actually bend the curve of debt to GDP, if they actually cut our deficit, if they actually cut inefficiency, the story for Bitcoin is less appealing, period. And so to do that, they're going to have to tackle Social Security and Medicare, and they got to get through a very close Congress, right? The Senate is 3 seats, 4 seats. The House is 4 or 5 seats.
But wait a second. Donald Trump himself has said he doesn't want to tackle Social Security and Medicare and cut people's benefits.
You can't cut the deficit unless you attack those.
I can't imagine him doing that just because it's something he's always been opposed to. He's not going to want to take blowback from the people who put him into office.
And if that's the case, which is the case most people are betting on, with all the great intentions, Bitcoin goes higher, gold goes higher. You've got to keep printing dollars.